So I hadn't really considered very much how I identify until more recently. I hadn't really thought about, am I gay, am I straight, am I bi? I just always thought I'm into what I'm into. Until I met my current boyfriend, I hadn't really had to examine it much. I dated women mostly. I really didn't date men. I had sex with men, but I didn't think I needed a label for it. But we, here we are 2.5 years later, and we've been living together for a year and a half. So it came time that I thought I should probably tell my family that I'm dating a guy. I didn't think it would make any real difference. They've always been very supportive. My sister, it didn't matter to her. Not that it didn't matter, but it didn't change anything. Same with my parents. And then it came time that I felt like I needed to tell my grandfather, because I'm living with somebody. It's a big change in my life, and I try to keep him up to date on all the things that are going on with me. So when I told him, he said, well, thank you for telling me, but I love you and you're my grandson, and it doesn't change anything for me if that's what you're worried about. And I guess I really had been, because he's always been my hero, and kind of a father figure to me as well, on top of my dad. And so I was really worried that he would be disappointed, or I don't know, it's just a big generational gap, and so I thought that there would be a problem. So I guess my two takeaways from that would be, one, don't come out because it's October, or because somebody's pressuring you, or because you think you have to, or you should, or it's, or any other reason other than that it makes you happy and that it makes sense for you. So if it makes you happy and it makes sense for you, I would do it. I know that for me, it makes things easier. It's one less thing. And I like for my family to be close and involved in my life. So the second takeaway would be, if you're having a little bit of fear about it, if you're thinking about it and it's giving you some anxiety, you might be making your own story in your head about how bad it could be. You might be thinking about all the worst reactions or all the worst things that could happen. And maybe none of that's true. Maybe it'll be just fine. And maybe not. So I think do it for yourself. Do it because it makes you happy. And I will probably never meet most of you. I've probably not met most of you, but I love you, and I think you're brave, and I think that you are brave enough to make choices in your life that'll make you happy. Be kind to yourself.